Hello, grade 12 learners. My name is Sector Hlungwane. Today we will be focusing on the essay that appears on paper 2, which is business role, under the topic of business role, whereby we will be talking of creative thinking and decision making. So I have a passage for you that I will read. Actually, I have a question that I have to read. This question, it always appears on question 6. uh, I will read the scenario, read the questions, and then we answer the essay together. Then we answer the essay together. It reads as it follows. Question 6. Business roles, creative thinking and problem solving. And then the scenario, it says, businesses need to identify problems that affect their operations in order to make informed decisions. They must also create an environment that promotes creative thinking to enjoy the benefits of creativity in the workplace. The Delphi technique and the force field analysis enables businesses to solve complex business problems. Then the question, it says, write an essay on creative thinking and problem solving in which you include the following aspects. What are those following aspects? It says outline the difference between problem solving and decision making. Explain ways in which businesses can create an environment that promotes creative thinking in the workplace. Discuss the advantages of creative thinking in the workplace. Advise businesses on how they could apply the following problem solving techniques to solve complex business problems. Uh, Delphi technique and force field analyze. So guys, in this way, we must always know that in our essay we have introduction, that we are expected to bring 2 points. We must bring 2 points where in our introduction before we start writing the body of the essay. How do we know that this is an introduction? The introduction, on the questions that I read, we do not write anything, or we do not answer anything on what I read right now. But how do we know that this is an introduction, or how do we write our introduction? We write our introduction in a way that we write something that is related to what? To problem solving and decision making, in a way of promoting creative thinking in the workplace. Do you understand? We do not include those questions I just read, but we write the difference between decision making and problem solving, that have a goal of doing what? To make the business to be competitive business. Okay, this is my introduction. Let me show you my introduction the way I wrote it. My introduction, it says, creative thinking enables businesses to differentiate their product and develop new ways of doing things. As I say that we are in a way of what? Of promoting the business, or trying to make the business to be the globally competitive business in the world, or in South Africa. It reads as it follows. My essay, I will put it in the screen. You will see it, all of you. Creative thinking enables businesses to differentiate their product and develop new ways of doing things. That's the first bullet point. The second bullet point, it says businesses with diverse and highly skilled employees may apply the DALFU technique to avoid delays in solving complex business problems. That is our introduction. I'm not saying this is only the introduction, but this is my introduction, or this is what I wrote. But any relevant answers, they will be acceptable. Any relevant answers, they will be acceptable in your essay. Because I know that you won't think what I think exactly. You may be thinking something else. So any relevant answers, they are acceptable as long as it is the difference between what problem solving and decision making, on doing what in the business, on making the business to be progressive business. Then we go to our body. The body of the essay, what we must write the word body. After writing the word body, we do what? We don't repeat the question. We don't repeat the question that says outline the difference between problem solving and decision making. We don't repeat that question. That means we are no longer making that a question, but we are making it a statement. We will say the difference between problem solving and decision making. It will be up to you whether you want to write this in a table format or you want to write it as usual. But the business essay, it must always have what? The bullet points. It must always have the bullet points. Okay, let us hear my answers. My answers, they read as it follows. I said on problem solving, problems can be solved by a group or team of an individual team member. Then when we go to decision making, it is often done by one person or a member of senior management who makes it authorized. So guys, it will be up to you whether you want to write it in a table format or you want to write it going down. They don't mind, as long as you are you are writing something that relates to what, to say you must give the difference. So they don't mind it. So you will always be right, as long as you will write neatly and legible. As you see my essay, that I kept on underlining using the pencil. I kept on underlining using the pencil so that the marker, it won't be hard for the marker to mark your paper. We are still in the body. We gave which answer? We gave the answer from the question that says outline the difference between problem solving and decision making. I believe that from today you know the difference between problem solving and decision making. Now we go to what? Explain ways in which businesses can create an environment that promotes creative thinking in the workplace. We are no longer making this a question. We are making it what? A statement. Which is, we will say, ways in which businesses can create an environment that promotes creative thinking in the workplace. So on this one, I want to advise you, on such questions, you don't give more than 5 points. 5 points is maximum, because if ever you will give more than 5 points, the markers, they won't mark the 6 point, but they will mark the first 5 points. So if ever you write more than 5 points, that means you have wasted your energy. And you may find out that your last point, or maybe your seventh point, is the right one, but you started with the wrong points. That means they won't mark the right one, that it's at the bottom. They will start with what? The ones at the above. So you must be careful and make sure that you know at least 5 points, not more than 5 points. If you will know more than 5 points, you are wasting your time. Don't know more than 5 points, but try to make sure that you know 5 points. 5 points is maximum. Then my essay, I wrote it in this way. I'm answering the question that says, explain ways in which businesses can create an environment that promotes creative thinking in the workplace. My first bullet point, I said, encourage alternative ways of working or doing things. Second bullet point, I said, encourage staff to come up with new ideas. Number 3, emphasize the importance of creative thinking to ensure that all staff know that management want to hear their ideas. Respond enthusiastically to all ideas and never let anyone feel less important. Encourage job swaps within the organization, how other businesses are doing things. So in other ways, in this question, what do they want to know? They want to know that, they want us to provide something that can be what promote creative thinking in the workplace. What is a creative thinking? It's when we are generating what? Ideas on a certain thing in the business. Now we go to question, it's 1, 2, 3. We go to question 4, whereby they say discuss the advantages of creative thinking in the workplace. The reason for them to say discuss the advantages of the creative thinking in the workplace is that they know it very well that there will never be a disadvantage if ever you are doing what? Creative thinking in the workplace, because of like the impact, they will always be good. So that's why they said give the advantage of the creative thinking in the workplace. But if ever they were going to be negative impact, they were going to say that give the impacts, or give the negative and the positive impact of the creative thinking. So there's no that. In creative thinking, you must always know that there is advantages only, positive impact only. So my answers, the question says discuss the advantages of creative thinking in the workplace. As I'm writing my essay, I'm no longer saying discuss, but I will say the advantages of creative thinking in the workplace, and then I underline. After underlining, I will start giving my points. So on this one, even if you can give 4 points, it's fine. Even if you can give 4 points. My first point, it says complex business problems may be solved. Improves motivation amongst staff members, may give business a competitive advantage if ideas are implemented or generated. Leads to more positive attitude as employees feel that they have contributed towards problem solving. We pass to another question. It says advise businesses on how they could apply the following problem solving techniques to solve complex problem solving. In this one, I'm no longer saying advise the business. I am going to say the Delphi technique and force field analyze as problem solving technique to solve complex business problems. Then after that, I underline. After underlining, I will say application of DALF technique, and then I underline. On this one, I suggested that you give 2 points, and then on the force field one, you give 3 points. Not more than that. Okay, my first points on a application of DALF technique, it reads as it follows. Summarize the response from the expert in a feedback report. Number 2, the business should choose the best solution after reaching the ideas that they were given by who? By the employees and whoever who's in the process of decision making and problem solving. Then I will write application of force field analysis. Then I underline. Then my first answer, it says identify priorities and develop an action plan. Second one, choose the force with the highest score as the solution. The third one, it says describe the current problem and design the situation. I'm done with my body now. So I am going to do what? To write my conclusion. My conclusion, it won't be more than 1 point. You must give 1 point, but you will get 2 marks. It's a split marks. So you must give 1 point, not more than 2 points. Not more than 1 point. You must give 1 point. So how to write a conclusion? Because of we don't have any question that is showing us that we must write a conclusion at this time. But what we must do, it's very simple, guys. Let me read my answer first, and then from there I will explain. Businesses should put systems in place that will enable them to overcome competition in the market. So here you must always be positive. What, like here you are doing what? You are advising the business. What can the business do to stay at the positive side? So I believe that from today you will be able to answer a essay on business role, creative thinking, and decision making. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.